Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new here, hi, welcome, and if you are back, welcome back. Today I am here with a reveal and post-completion review of one of my most recently finished diamond painting kits. In these videos I like to give you guys a chance to see what a particular diamond painting looks like once it's completed, so you know what to expect, whether you are planning to order that exact same diamond painting kit from the same company, or if you just want to get a sense for what a particular diamond painting shop has to offer. So what I have to share with you all today is the absolutely adorable Totoro from DIYMoon Shop, or DIYMoon Shop, and it's been licensed from the artist SybileArt. DIYMoon Shop does legally license all of their artwork, and oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cute. Now, I want to give you guys a little bit of info right up front before we dive into some of the sort of particulars of this exact kit. So first, I want to let you know up front that I am an affiliate for DIYMoon Shop, and what that means is that I have an affiliate code that gives you access to seasonal promotions, lets them know that I sent you, and lets me support the channel a little bit more. I have all that information down in the description, but what I want to make sure that you know is that any companies that I do have an affiliate relationship with, which I have 3 in total, I'm very, very careful and selective about that. I strive to be as unbiased and as honest and authentic about what I am seeing as possible, possibly even more so with companies that I have affiliate relationships with. So I will do my very, very best to be very honest about the pros and the cons of this particular kit and my thoughts on it, but I want to make sure that you know that affiliate relationship is there. Something else that I want you to know as well is that back in the spring and early summer of 2021, DIYMoon Shop did make some changes to their kits. I believe they changed manufacturers, and so some of the kits that I have, like this one, are from before they made those changes, and some are from after. The main way to tell the difference is that the older kits will not have a legend here at the bottom. So this is an older kit. The newer kits also have a different kind of drill. I think that the drills are a better quality on the newer kits, but the easiest way, like I said, to tell the difference really is just looking at the bottom of your canvas, and if you see a legend there, it's going to be a newer kit. On the other hand, if you, this is my logbook, if you have a separate like walking legend printed on canvas material like this one, that is going to be from one of the older kits. The symbols are also different as well. I think the newer kits have almost entirely alphanumeric, whereas the symbols on the older kits like this one include things like a check mark, you know, some, I call this the bacon symbol, equal sign, that sort of thing. So that's just so you know. So this is an older kit. If you were to go and order this particular piece today, you would get one of the newer versions of the kits. The rendering may be slightly different, but I know that DIYMoon Shop has been striving to make sure that the rendering from their newer kits is really matching what we've come to know and love of the rendering from the older kits as well. So that is all of those disclaimers I wanted to give you up front. Let me tell you some more about this kit and what I loved about it. It's so adorable. I just keep wanting to look at it. The size on this one was actually 30 by 43 centimeters. It is little. One of the things that I really love about DIYMoon Shop is that they, for a lot of their kits, offer multiple different size options. I had seen some of my friends like Dot by E over on Instagram and Lindsay over at Emeralds and Fairy Lights on YouTube work on some of these more like snack size kits from DIYMoon Shop, and I had thought that is such a good way to not only add some smaller kits to my stash, which has a lot of very large kits in it already, but also a way to make this shop a little bit more budget friendly, because the larger the kit you get, the more expensive it's going to be, which completely makes sense. So after seeing how some of their smaller size kits had turned out, I was like, okay, I really want to try some of these for myself as well. And I thought that this particular artwork was a really good candidate because it does have this overall like really watercolory effect. And it's a small focused image to begin with. It just felt like it really was suited to this smaller size. This kit had 45 colors in total and has round diamonds. And like I said, this was licensed from the artist SybileArt. And she has a number of different, like there's a number of different like Miyazaki, like fan works of hers at DIYMoon Shop. And I love My Neighbor Totoro, so I couldn't resist this one. It just is so cute. Now let me take some time to share with you some different things that I really, really loved about how this turned out. And then I'm going to share a little bit, just some thoughts on like areas for improvement, some of which are kind of moot because they've since changed manufacturers and have improved them, but I'm still going to share what my thoughts are with you. So first, like I said, I was really happy with the size of this. I think that the way that it turned out is really, really lovely because 30 by 43 centimeters is not large at all. I have very few kits that are this small in my collection, and I was really, really happy with how it turned out. DIYMoon Shop does use kind of like computer rendered works, and then they go through and do some hand touch-ups. So you're going to get this really close interpretation of the original artwork. Now, DIYMoon Shop does this thing with their diamonds, especially on their older kits, where you will occasionally, like if you look up close here and look at these kind of really bright, almost shocking bits of bright coral in here. I've seen them do this with these coral colors. I've seen them do it with like a bright magenta color that up close, it's kind of like, is that a mistake? What is that color doing there? And then when you pull back and it comes into focus with the entire image, somehow it just works. It just works. It just fits with the rest of the colors, and our brains kind of put it together and make sense of the image. And it's like, oh yeah, this looks really close to the original artwork. So I am a fan of this particular rendering style, this kind of more blurred, you know, edges, and it's almost like a lighter hand, almost more impressionistic. I am a big fan of it, especially with the artists that DIYMoon Shop tends to license with. I'm a huge proponent of, like, I love the different things that different shops have to offer and the different strengths that they have. And this particular rendering style, it is probably going to be a bit of personal preference if it's to your taste as well. But like I said, especially with a lot of the artists that DIYMoon Shop licenses with, I think that the rendering effect is a really wonderful match, and this is definitely one of those cases in my opinion. Most of the drill colors on this kit were good quality. I had plenty of diamonds left over. Here, I will show you. I had plenty in every color left over. And so now I'm going to talk just a little bit though about some things that I was not having as much fun with. So I say most of those were really excellent quality. One of them was terrible quality, like to the point that I really, really wish that I would not have been in a rush to finish this kit, because I would have rather had replacement diamonds. Now, I will say that. So if I would not have been impatient, I know that DIYMoon Shop would have sent me replacement diamonds, but I was working on this at the very, very end of April. I just wanted to finish it before May. I was like, this is a 2 to 3 day project. I just want to knock it out. And I didn't realize that there was a problem with this drill color until I got into it. But if you take a look, you will see, okay, here's a good culprit. Oh, I don't have, there's something easy to point with. So look at like this one here, this one here. Those are the big culprits. You see all that extra pooled plastic or resin around the base. And then even the ones that are not as huge of culprits, like this one up here or this one, these drills were highly problematic. Like, I ran into major popping on the canvas, even though I was going through and only trying to pick out the diamonds that had no extra. But you can see, like, where was that one? I just lost it. Like those were very, very few and far between. And even the ones that I would look at and be like, oh, that one is normal. No, there's actually a tiny bit of plastic off on the side. And so even though I was going through and just really meticulously single placing these diamonds, I still ended up with some of these like bad diamonds down, and no, they wanted to pop. It was bad. So the problem also was that there are so many of this particular color. You can see, and I've sealed this. I'll talk more about that in a minute, but it's this pale yellow color. You can see even with sealing that some of these drills just do not want to lay flat. I think the sealing is going to prevent them from going anywhere, but yeah, it's this pale yellow color that really goes all around the outside. I think probably, I mean, like I said, I really tried to only pick out the diamonds that didn't have that extra plastic, but even still, like, they sit up close to each other. So anytime that I, missed a diamond that had some of that extra bit or whatever, it would want to pop. So I did seal this. I normally never seal my diamond paintings. I only even have sealer because I've been using it on a different project, my cross stitch conversion. That's a whole nother story. But since I had that sealer, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw a layer of sealant on this because why not? The sealer that I used is this Minwax polyacrylic. It's what I see recommended across the board. By far, it's the most highly recommended. Get it in the clear gloss, not like the matte or anything like that. And I found that just a regular paintbrush, I tried the foam brush and had a lot less luck with that. A regular paintbrush seemed to make the application go on really evenly. I do not think that that sealer affected the level of sparkle and shine in this kit. It did make it a little bit more stiff. So like the canvas doesn't, I would probably have a hard time if I wanted to try to roll this canvas. It's a bit stiff for that, but I'm planning to store this flat, so I'm not worried about it. So the thing is that DIYMoon Shop's new manufacturer includes a new drill manufacturer, and the new drills are excellent quality. Look, this also was a problem. Those are just stuck in there because there's so much extra plastic around the edges, because this is a Muni-made tray. This is like one of the best trays out there. Like I never have drills get stuck, but when there's a whole heck ton of extra plastic around the edges, that's not Muni-made's fault. That's a drill problem. Again, I know that DIYMoon Shop has excellent customer service. They would have sent me replacement drills at no cost, but I didn't want to wait. So I was just picking through, trying to pick out the good drills, and then I just sealed it. That's a me problem. That's not a them problem. So the other thing that I did want to point out is that these older canvases, including this one, I did have, oh, there's one that just kind of like fell out of there. I did have some trouble reading some of the symbols on this canvas. It was really faint. I had to have really particular lighting conditions to be able to easily read some of these symbols. So for example, you can even see it on this printed inventory sheet. Up here, this particular symbol is super faint. It's a white symbol on a light blue background. I had a difficult time telling the difference between the K and the percentage symbol there. This one was really hard to see, but it's the only one with that background color, so it wasn't a problem. And then this was almost like, oh, in the camera I can tell it's supposed to be like a plus sign, but on the canvas it just looked like a white dot. So again, this is a little bit of a non-issue because with their new manufacturer, they have new printing and new symbols on their canvases, and it has improved. I guess that's a really good thing to point out though, is that the areas that I tend to see as areas for improvement with these older canvases, they listened to that feedback, they took it to heart, and they made those improvements. I think that that's a sign of really, really good customer service and of a company that wants to be improving and doing better. And this is one of the reasons why I continue to stand behind DIYMoon Shop, is because the owners over there, Reggie and Rowana, they pour their hearts into trying to give us a really excellent quality product. So in a lot of ways, DIYMoon Shop is a small business. It's family owned. Just to give you some info about what their process looks like, they are a bit more expensive than a lot of other diamond painting companies out there. I feel like a lot of what you're paying for is access to licensed artwork from some really, really excellent artists. They do print all of your kits to order. So typically from the time that you order, it's going to be sometimes 6 to 8 weeks before you actually receive your kit, because they are creating your canvas for you. They're having it shipped to them first, so they're able to check over everything, and they're packaging everything up with care before they then ship it to you. So there is a longer turnaround time. I don't tend to have a problem with longer turnaround times as long as it has been communicated to me up front and I know what to expect. Once it actually ships out, they only ship, I'm trying to remember what carrier they use right now. They used to use just like FedEx Express kind of thing. So it was expensive shipping, but from the time it left their door, it was in my hands within days. And so I think that, I hear a lot of people ask, like, is DIYMoon Shop worth the cost? My response to that is that it's going to depend on your personal preferences. What are the kinds of things that are important to you as a diamond painter? Which for me, it's obviously licensed artwork. It's these particular artists that I adore. I really enjoy DIYMoon Shop's rendering style with many of their artists and pieces. And I love that they're essentially a small business that I get to support. And I feel like I'm getting really excellent customer service and being heard when I share feedback, and that they are always looking to improve. So for me, those things add up to like the cost is worth it for me, but it's okay if you don't arrive at the same conclusion. So that's why I don't have a really clear-cut answer for, is DIYMoon Shop worth the cost? I think it's just going to depend on what your personal preferences and priorities are when it comes to diamond painting. However, I will say that to me, this was totally worth it. I love how this turned out. It is so adorable, truly, in spite of that one color of diamonds giving me a big headache, because I was on a self-imposed deadline. I am so thrilled with how this turned out. I love the experience of working on it. This is totally something that I could see myself framing and displaying in one of my kids' rooms. It's so cute. It's the perfect size for it. It did work up quickly. It was more budget friendly since it was at that smaller size and in round diamonds. Overall, I love it. I have to recommend it. Go and check out what DIYMoon Shop has to offer. They do sometimes offer sales, so be sure you sign up for their emails. And if you decide to place an order and would like to let them know that I sent you or access seasonal promotions, you're welcome to use my code, which is just Diamonds and Washi, one word. And you'd put that in the coupon code box at checkout. Anyway, you guys, I hope that this reveal and post review was helpful for you and that it gave you a sense for what to expect from DIYMoon Shop, even though, like I said, they have made some changes and upgrades to their kits since I purchased this one. If you're curious to see some of those newer kits completed and how they turned out, I did recently do a post review on the kit Celestine from Margaret Morales, and that is one of their newer kits. I'll link to it below in the description, and you're welcome to go and take a look. All right, my friends, I'm gonna let you go. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. I would be happy to help. But if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, would you mind giving it a thumbs up before you head out? And of course, if you're not already subscribed and want to see lots more diamond painting content from me, feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you. All right, friends, have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk with you in the next one. Bye.